Candace. Go really deep into this, man. You can't say it on YouTube, but hey, so it's funny.
I say it on my show, and I'm on YouTube. I mean, I just don't care. I mean, these people are criminals. It's a criminal enterprise that's running the country, and they're using tactics of blackmail. Everyone can see it now. I mean, the Diddy lawsuit, the Jeffrey Epstein stuff, it's all the same. This is how they've been able to control people. Did you guys read through that Diddy lawsuit?
Yeah. I want to get your thoughts. I know you deep. We've been looking at it. I know you've been doing a deep dive.
Everyone's Diddy from all fronts, literally.
Yeah,
like
crazy. What's your thoughts?
What are your thoughts? I mean, if the person, like, listen, anybody can file a lawsuit and it can be frivolous. With the pictures, the photos, the thing that he showed saying I was in next door in the bathroom and he's allegedly, protect me, YouTube, you know, that he, Diddy and his son shot someone. And then, like, this is the guy that you called to clean it up. And then he, like, had the photos of, obviously, the shooting took place inside, and then he says this guy comes, he gets the LAPD to come and write a fake report, and the LAPD said that the person was shot outside in a drive-by, and then he showed how the news reported on it and said, oh, drive-by shooting at a recording studio. That's crazy, like absolutely crazy. And I mean, then you realize that that person that you're supposed to call was the same person that was there, one of the only people there when Michael Jackson died, like, scary stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Scary stuff, you know? And it rings exactly like the Jeffrey Epstein stuff, where you understand that they're getting, this person is alleging that you drug people, you know, you get invited to these parties and you invite underage girls that you know are underage, you invite guys, you groom them for homosexuality.
Freak-offs.
And then, freak-offs, as he called them, and then get them on camera doing this stuff, and then you own the person. And I'm like, that makes sense to me. It really does make sense to me because...
Compromise and control.
Yes. Because I'm like, what on earth is even being sold to Black America right now? This isn't even our music. And like, who's controlling that? Like, who's making them produce this kind of filth and putting it out there? So it's interesting. It's definitely something worth following.
I always wondered, though, like, what would be... I guess maybe to control them from a musical standpoint, hey, I own the masters, I own whatever it may be. Because, I mean, we know why Epstein did it, right? Epstein did it. We know he was Mossad. It is what it is, right? He was intel for a certain nation. But with Diddy, it's like, all right, you already got Bad Boy. You're already making a bunch of money. You've been doing this for a very long time. Is there really a need to be doing this? But I guess at that point, it's like, oh, I get all the girls I want. I have all the money that I want. Let me just explore new things.
Well, don't forget, the documents also said, like, heavily implied that he was having a relationship with the CEO of Universal, Lucian Grange.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's pretty scary stuff. That's all I'm saying. So they weren't saying that, like, Diddy was at the top. He was saying that all of the execs were in on it and were sanctioning Diddy to do this. Like, Diddy's kind of
middleman.
Yeah, he's the middleman, so to speak.
He's
if those documents are true, exactly.
Clive Davis was involved as well.
And now we're unearthing everything. Now it's like, okay, let's revisit what Michael Jackson was saying. Let's revisit what a bunch of people in the industry have been coming out saying, that there's like some sort of a ring that's happening. But every time those people speak out, you're wacko Jacko, you're you know, crazy Kanye, you're this. It gets the full effort smear thing.
He mentioned it.
He did, and the thing that was crazy at that time was that Kanye showed a text that he had received from that Harley Pasternak, right? The media didn't even report on this. That Harley Pasternak, like, wrote to him, if you don't do this, I'll put you back into, like, a psych ward, drug you up, and take your kids. Media didn't even care about that, you know? So it's now everybody's kind of revisiting the things that have been said by a lot of artists and wondering what's really happening in Hollywood. It's very scary.
I believe Meek Mill, man. I think he's innocent. I don't know. I'm just kidding.
Speaking of Kanye, you and Kanye are good friends. You guys went viral with the White Lives Matter shirts, which, you know, it amazes me how that caused so much controversy, because it's like, wait, is there an issue with saying White Lives Matter too?
That was the point.
Like, what the hell? And the fact that you guys went viral for that
sounds wrong.
Is crazy to me. But again, we live in a wild world where you know, no one's life matters unless you're Black, apparently. Can you tell me about how that came? Well, how you guys became friends, and then how that came about with the T-shirts?
So I'm a person, I believe in frequencies. I think that things happen in your life, and it's like whatever you're channeling. So just a funny backstory. I grew up listening to Kanye's music, and leading up to Kanye tweeting me, I was listening every day to, why can I never remember the name of a freaking song? You know the one,
Which album?
Which album?
I can never remember the name of a song. It's a freaking one that he, FSNL and the whole cast, tell him, Yeezy said, you can kiss my whole, more specifically, my asshole, I'm an asshole, you You know what I'm talking about. He was after he did the Taylor thing, and they were like, "You're canceled," and he just came back with a fire song. My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is the. But what's the song called? It's gonna drive me crazy. Power.
Power.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey.
Yeah, literally Power.
Okay.
That song, forget it. That is like. That's my anthem, honestly. Yeah. Anyway, so I was every day just listening to this song, like running on a treadmill, like running like 5 miles a day, just like getting on my like F what the world thinks, because that's what that song does to you. It's like, forget what everybody is saying, you be you, and don't apologize for being you. And I was explaining this at the time I was working with Charlie Kirk, and he didn't even know who Kanye was. It was crazy. I can't believe he even asked me that question. And I'm playing this music for him. So Charlie starts listening to Kanye's song, and I started talking about Kanye when I met Nigel Farage and somebody that worked with him named Dan. And I just remember sitting there and at my house after all of this, the months leading up to this, and Dan sends me a screenshot, and it's like Kanye's account, and it's like, I love the way Candace thinks. And I thought, is this like British humor? Are you being funny? Because I just said to you like how much I love Kanye and like how I listen to a song every day and da-da-da. And I was like, this can't be real.
Yeah.
And then I like go and check, and he just tweeted, I love the way Candace thinks. Wild. It was just crazy. It was just, the energy of that was insane leading up to the moment. And I was so excited because his music got me through a lot in life, and his music inspired me to take a chance on myself, The song Power directly inspired me to take a chance on myself. And so we met up in LA. I then tweeted back like, let's meet up, super like, like, well, actually, I think I actually literally cried.
Wow.
It was just, think about that. Every morning you're listening to this song. You have no idea. He's not involved in politics at all. It inspires you to get in politics. And just tweets.
He was more low key with it back then.
It was wild, yeah. And then, so we met up and we became friends, and that's that. And then the White Lives Matter stuff, it totally was his idea. You never know what Kanye is cooking up. I call it a Kanye carpet ride. You just, when you're with him, you don't know what he's thinking, how it's like mad scientist.
Yeah.
And
genius.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard from multiple people that like he'll be doing 4 things at once. Like he'll have like his music people there, his sneaker people there, his clothing people here, blah, 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 and they'll all be in the same place. And he'll work in one station for like 10, 20 minutes, then he'll go and do something else. And he just does that the whole time when he goes around. And he's just like, coming up with ideas.
That's smart.
Was he doing that even back then?
It's just, you're just like, I don't know what's happening or what's with this person. And he'll be like, you should stand here, or like, let me photograph your outfit. I like it. It's inspiring. You can't even explain it. And then he was just like, I really need you to come to Paris. Doesn't tell me why. Like, I think, he's doing his clothing line. Doesn't tell me why at all. And then when I walked in and we jumped on a plane and went over there, he just had the shirt and was just like, oh. And I instantly understood it, obviously, because this is the whole point. You keep patronizing Black Lives Matter. And then when people say, like, what about other people? You're like, it's implied that white lives matter. So then this shirt is not going to bother you at all, right?
But
at all. If we rock the shirt, because you're going to be like, of course white lives matter.
Yeah.
People were bothered by that shirt.
Of course.
Were very bothered by that shirt, right? So it proved a point in a very artistic Kanye, brilliant way.
Isn't it funny though, whenever someone's like a creator or has like a change of like, I want to say the game itself, they call them crazy, a maniac, something's wrong with you, you're insane. But these people are setting trends where like, they ask the question, why is this happening? Why not this way? And they always ask the question, why? But they call them crazy.
Yeah, that's true. And a lot of the times it's sad because it takes somebody dying for you to realize how brilliant they are and what they actually brought to you. And it shouldn't happen like that. We should be able to respect these people when they're alive and not like in the legacy where it's like, oh, it was so great. I know we all like jumped on the person and called them this and canceled them and did all that. But now in the retrospect, we really loved that person,
And he predicted a lot of things that he was right about. People talk shit, and he was right about a lot of things. Because they'll say, they might say, that's anti-Semitic, or we don't like this, we're racist, or some other bullshit. But it's like, was he wrong?
I'll say this, man.
I'll wait.
Well, hold on. Number one, what? Vultures.
Yeah.
That's all. Hey, man.
Number one. I will say this. So, you did a documentary, fantastic piece of work. I really heavily advise everyone watching this to go watch this documentary. The Greatest Lie Ever Sold, covering the George Floyd incident, Black Lives Matter, etc.